So today we are going to read the 11th section, and there are 12 in the book. So we'll just keep on cycling through the book. So I don't know if all of you know, but a lot of these type of teachings or soundings of readings of books, of these types of books are on YouTube. And so I always fall asleep really good, but I'm often awake for a period in the middle of the night. And so instead of feeling like, oh my God, I can't sleep and my day is ruined, tomorrow I'll be tired, I don't think any of that are going. I'm kind of delighted it gives me some time to practice of different kinds. And what I often do is I play one of those YouTubes and have this type of wisdom hanging in the air, and you can kind of fall asleep with it too. It's still going in, so it's maybe something you can do if you're not already doing that. The only thing that might help is having YouTube Premium, because otherwise you have commercials coming in the middle of it. But there are maybe different ways of finding it streamed somewhere that I'm not aware of. So here we are. Welcome, welcome, and welcome back. Natural body, just find your posture, however your posture wishes to be for this. Natural breath and energy. Natural heart and mind. So natural, uncontrived, not reaching, just relaxed yet vivid. Vivid heart and mind. Presencing, being the presence of luminous, loving awareness knowingly. And then just ever evolving and unfolding trust in our innate capacity to awaken and to express loving kindness creatively in the immediacy of our experience with others and ourselves. So, a wisdom sounding. So just let it be a sound, like listening, sitting on the bank of a beautiful stream. Usually that sound informs us also with a certain measure of relaxing into the very moment, into the goodness of the moment, in the lack of discomfort or anything. Just open and spacious. So. Presence of heart. So the new tradition is that I read the last few phrases of the book as a little refuge prayer or dedication of our practice for the awakening of all beings in this interconnected sea of beings. In all directions, may there be well-being, splendor and wealth, so that everything that is wished for is spontaneously accomplished, as though in a pure realm. May the drum of spiritual teachings resound and the victory banner of liberation be raised. May the sacred teachings never wane, but spread and flourish. Within the oneness of everything, as awakened mind, equal to space, dualistic perception draws you into confusion, conditioned existence and causality. Since sensory appearances based on confusion are illusory and have no true support, when you encounter them directly, maintain the experience of their leaving no trace, free of evaluation. When something unwanted falls into your lap, you have a negative reaction, such as anger, dislike, envy, upset, irritation, anxiety, depression, mental anguish, or fear of death and rebirth. When such reactions arise as a display due to dynamic energy, identify them as such. Do not renounce them, indulge in them, refine them away, transform them, look at them, or meditate on them. Rather, rest spontaneously in the single, natural, settled state of evenness, free of proliferation and resolution of conceptual frameworks. Mind as a pure expanse of space, in which things vanish naturally and leave no trace, arises with intensity from within, pristinely lucid. Again, mind as a pure expanse of space, in which things vanish naturally and leave no trace, arises within intensity from pristine, lucid awareness. Within unconstrained awareness, which neither is nor is not, sensory appearances are not fixated on anything, but rather are encountered directly. This brings about natural rest in the state that cannot be reified as anything, and suppression and indulgence, which are not anything that can be freed in some way, fade without leaving a trace. An experience without fixation wells up from within. This itself, just as it is the timelessly spacious expanse of enlightened intent. Similarly, you may experience what is desirable and brings joy to the mind. Things accomplished with ease, friends, pleasant news, wealth to be enjoyed, and attractive places and regions. With anything attractive, there arises a state of mind that is naturally enriched by joy. When you identify this and rest imperturbable, settling naturally, you experience it as uncontrived and spontaneously present in primordial basic space. you may have a neutral attitude when you are going about or sitting or resting quite indifferently. This is neither pleasant or unpleasant. Regardless of what arises, identify its nature as it arises, without reacting positively or negatively. Thus, the true nature of phenomena, the naturally settled state without differentiation or exclusion, is called ignorance-free as supreme, utter lucidity. At night and other times when you are overtaken by sleep, as you lie in a naturally settled state free of the proliferation and resolution of thoughts, sensory appearances that manifest in obvious ways disappear. So reification of them disappears as well. With the disappearance of even what is subtle or very subtle, together with the reification of it, the mind that is aware in a uniform, non-conceptual state abides naturally, free of the occurrence of and involvement in thoughts as well as hope and fear. Again, free of the occurrence of and involvement in thoughts as well as hope and fear. This is the context in which all consuming concepts are free within the basic space of phenomena, and so is described as samsara being free as nirvana. Even sleep is the primordial vast expanse, occurring naturally. Expressions of dynamic energy are absorbed into the ground of being, into the basic space that is its essence, so that all the elaborations perceived as a display subside as a matter of course. This is the enlightened intent of naturally occurring timeless awareness, in which nothing need be done. This is the enlightened intent of naturally occurring timeless awareness, in which nothing need be done. Therefore, all desirable, undesirable, and neutral mental states, in which the three poisons arise as a display due to dynamic energy, occur within basic space, arising within the context of that space. Since they occur only within basic space, not straying from it in the least, without trying to anticipate or manipulate them in any way, it is crucial to identify basic space itself. For as soon as you rest in that context, they will subside naturally, vanish naturally, and be freed naturally. So without trying to anticipate or manipulate them in any way, it is crucial to identify basic space itself, for as soon as you rest in that context, they will subside naturally, vanish naturally, and be freed naturally. Moreover, all afflictive emotions, karma, and habitual patterns are magical expressions arising as a display due to dynamic energy. Antidotes that bring improvement, even the path to liberation, are magical expressions arising as a display due to dynamic energy. Since both arise timelessly as a display due to this energy, it is crucial to rest without contrivance within the state of recognition. They are equal in mode, equal in manner, and equal in stirring from the ground of being. They occur circumstantially, are compounded, and do not transcend causality. So it is essential that you transcend causality, resting naturally, resting imperturbably. This is the very pinnacle of the sublime secret approach. Do not speak about it to those of lesser aptitude, but keep it extremely secret. By being misinterpreted, the teachings concerning the heart essence will be distorted. Exaggeration and underestimation are at odds with enlightened intent. Those who violate the bounds of secrecy fall endlessly into lower states. Therefore, the legacy of the most majestic and utterly secret spiritual approach is taught and entrusted to holy people with good fortune. In brief, whatever circumstance manifests, whether a sense, object, or state of mind, do not apply antidotes or make an effort to abandon it, for the key point of naturally settled awareness is to rest naturally, to rest imperturbably. Though all pleasure and pain are ways in which awareness arises, we are bound to conditioned existence by reifying them dualistically as things to accept or eliminate. Whatever appearances manifest are equal as sense objects, simply what is evident to the sense faculties. Whatever thoughts arise are equal as mental events, simply conscious states that leave no trace. Both are equal in the moment, simply the bonds of denial or affirmation. Both are equal in the moment, simply the bonds of denial or affirmation. In actuality, they are equal in the final analysis. Nothing but appearances that have no basis. Sense objects are equal in their distinctness. Upon examination, simply leaving no trace. Ordinary states of consciousness are equal in essence. Upon analysis, nothing but space. Objects and mind are non-dual, simply pure open space. Whoever understands things in this way is a descendant of Samantabhadra, a sublime spiritual heir of the victorious ones, a master of awareness in the highest sense. Thus, phenomena are equally existent, equally non-existent, equally apparent, equally empty, equally true, and equally false. So cast aside all antidotes that involve renunciation, all concerted effort, all binding fixation. Expand into supreme equalness, in which sense objects do not exist. Expand into supreme awareness, in which ordinary mind does not exist. Expand into supreme purity and equality, in which flaws do not exist. This is the 11th section of the precious treasury of the basic space of phenomena, demonstrating that manifest circumstances equal to space and extent are pure. All phenomena are timelessly free in awakened mind. And so there is no phenomenon that is not free. So let's sit for another 10 minutes before we go back to our day. Setting in motion the transitionless transition. Set everything free. Be free.
You're muted, Timo.
Thank you. Let me ring the bell again. Thank you for your beautiful practice. So again, in all directions may there be well-being, splendor, and wealth, so that everything that is wished for is spontaneously accomplished, as though in a pure realm. May the drum of spiritual teachings resound and the victory banner of liberation be raised. May the sacred teachings never wane, but spread and flourish. This text, entitled The Precious Treasury of the Basic Space of Phenomena, composed on the slopes of Gangir Tokar by a yogin of the most sublime spiritual approach, Longchen Rabyan, is now completely finished. Good fortune, good fortune, good fortune. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Timo.
Thank
Thank you
you.
all.
Thank you, Timo.
Thank you, Timo.
Bye-bye.